questions. If you feed it into the chat, we will going to do our best at the end to wrap it all up and answer them as we go. If not, we'll let everyone know any kind of key issues that keep coming up, and we'll feed it back afterwards. So as a way of introduction, as I say, this is a webinar series. We're looking at sort of key education sort of technologies that we think are going to change, sort of have a real big impact on the classroom moving forward. In this series, say we're focusing on Lego education. We think that, so late last year, early this year, we became the first UK distributor for Lego education. We feel that schools are incorporating emerging technologies with the aim of enabling more innovative and engaging teaching methods. There's a growing realization that beyond simply addressing the STEAM skills gap, now is the time to bring about transformational changes to education. I think we all agree that the last 2 years have been very challenging in the classroom, and we feel like this is a great opportunity to bring fun and engagement back to the classroom, which a lot of kids have obviously been lacking. We believe that certain technologies can inspire learning. That's either with AI, virtual reality, or those colourful little bricks that every kid, big and small, are very familiar with. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Lilia Parfitt, the International Account Director at Lego Education. She'll walk you through the Lego learning system and all the products associated with that, and the impact and positive elements it can bring to you and the rest of the classroom. So in a moment, she's going to introduce you to the Lego learning system and how Spike Essential and Prime kits and lesson plans will help you and your other educators. It'll help you create positive learning experiences and promote social, emotional learning and holistic skills young people will need in the 21st century workforce. You'll also support them with a framework that gives them the confidence to teach STEAM subjects for a range of age groups and mixed competency class sets. And most importantly, as I say, bring fun back to the classroom. So Lilia, it is over to you.
Excellent, thanks very much. Thank you so much, everyone here on the call today for dedicating your time, and really excited to have you with us today. So my role is a lot about introducing this hands-on STEAM learning into mainstream classrooms in the UK. Next one, please. And I thought the best way to introduce Lego education to you is actually by talking a little bit about our purpose and mission. So I hope it will resonate to many of you and will explain why are we doing what we're doing. So as it says here on the slide, our mission is to enable students to become confident, lifelong learners. So let me expand here a little bit more. Lego education has been around for over 40 years. And throughout this time, we have been supporting teachers around the world to help to foster that love of learning in their classrooms, but also help children build the skills and confidence they need to prepare for the fast-changing future. When I personally look at the pictures like this one on the slide, I always get fascinated by thinking of what is the future of these kids or any other children. What would be, his potential career? We know that he will grow up at the age where technology will affect everything and it will drive some rapid changes. A lot of that we can see already now with the digital transformation. And we know for sure that over the next 10 years, there will be significant shifts in the distribution of the categories of the job growth that will affect kids of today. And many jobs that now and even more so in the future will require some specific skills that will be a combination of technological know-how, but also a very, very specific to human skills like problem solving, like critical thinking, as well as resilience, collaboration, teamwork, empathy. And the role of the education is changing a lot because just being able to keep up with these changes in technology is not going to be good enough from the knowledge acquisition perspective. The education will need to equip the students with the lifelong learning skills so they can continually develop and learn throughout their life. and even more importantly, keep enhancing and developing those uniquely human skills. What we're seeing now in various reports coming out of the pandemic, all the common things around embracing the whole child development approach. So benefits of playful experiences, hands-on learning, supporting students' social and emotional development needs, as well as building resilience. So all of those that will kids need to navigate through the changing nature of work and the future holds for them. Confidence is very important aspect of that as well, because being confident to ask questions, to experiment, but also to fail, and also to get up after the failure and try again and find the solutions is going to be critically important. And all of that while performing in rapidly changing environments. Next slide, please. So when we speak about these unique skills or 21st century skills, so what are they? This is a list provided by the World Economic Forum, Future of the Jobs Report 2020. And this really resonates a lot with many conversations we have with individual educators, schools, group of schools, and even ministries of education. So I'm just curious to know how much does it resonate with all of you on the call? And if you think there is something missing here, maybe just put it on the chat. But from my personal experience, one's particularly to do with building the resilience, stress tolerance, problem solving, leadership, social skills, creativity are the ones that come across a lot, not only in the UK, but outside of the UK as well. Next slide, please. We will introduce you to the Lego learning system in a minute. But what we are trying to achieve by the system is future-proof the students' skills and equip them with the 21st century skills and the confidence to become lifelong learners through hands-on and playful STEAM learning experiences. Next slide, please. And we will speak about the system in a few minutes. What I wanted to probably expand a little bit more on, and please feel free to add your thoughts to the chat as well, is the hands-on experience. So when we say driving a hands-on and minds-on experience, what do we mean? From the conversations and the research, number of researchers, there are a few aspects which really stand out for us right now. First of them is joy. As it has been already mentioned, last few years has been really tough for all of us. I mean, for educators and very much so for kids and parents. What we really would like to achieve now, and we talk a lot with our colleagues at GTEC, is how do we bring that joy of learning back into the classrooms? Joy is about being motivated by your own interests. It's about your inner motivation. And it is about something that kids will just choose to do rather than having it as a duty or an obligation. Because when you choose to do something because it's fun, because it's something you like, it's very motivational and inspirational. Meaningful is about the familiar environment, about facts, relevant contexts, while kids learn through the play. The hands-on experience is incredibly engaging, and engagement is one of those challenges that has been brought to us by many educators in the last couple of years. And hands-on experience proving to help to get kids' attention and get them back motivated and engaged into the activity. Iteration. This is really connected to building the resilience and confidence, because it's about experiments, it's about learning through imagination, comparison, ability to predict, to test and reflect, fail and try again. And I think this is a very important aspect to build up that confidence for the future. And of course, learning through play or hands-on learning is very, very socially interactive. This one often comes on top of the list for many educators we speak with, because when we speak about play, we always think of it as a social thing, social activity. The best way to learn is to learn from each other. Through the playful hands-on experience, we learn to collaborate, and many kids we see, they develop those leadership skills, communication skills as well. And last weekend, I was very fortunate to participate, in fact, to judge innovation projects and the robotic inventions at the first LEGO League finals in the UK and Wales. We had 64 teams participating and demonstrating all of this above values. I guess one of the questions we've asked the most the teams is, have they had fun? Have they enjoyed themselves working on their innovation and robotics projects? And they absolutely did. And it was very meaningful, and they had to work as teams and collaborate and share their roles in the project, and they were all engaged. And this was fantastic to see. And to me personally, even more so, for many schools, for many teams, it was part of their after-school activities. But the most exciting experience for me personally was when I saw how some kids were so confident with coding, with their robotics projects. And it happens so because they already have LEGO learning system as a part of their curriculum subjects. And this is what we are trying to achieve here. Next slide, please. Our ambition is to deliver this system that can demonstrate, drive the impact at scale. Our plan is to reach around 100 million children across the world by 2032. Next slide, please. So LEGO Learning System is designed to future-proof student skills and equip them with everything they need to become those confident lifelong learners in ever-changing world that we see shaped by technology. The system is very intuitive, and it is easy to use, very inclusive for students of all abilities, and adaptable to meet the specific needs of teachers. Scalable design makes it very, very simple to implement at either school or district or even national level. We had some great examples of a nationwide projects across the world that helped just to drive that hands-on STEAM learning on the country levels. Next slide, please. I will tell you a little bit more about the system, but the main thing to capture here is why we call it a system, because it's not just bricks, it's not just hardware, it's not just coding capabilities or app. We also provide all the curriculum and all the professional development you will need to feel comfortable to deploy or utilize the system in your lessons. Next slide, please. Units. As I said, all the products within the system are built up with the same structure that creates familiarity for you and ease to use, but also for the students. Each unit is designed to be meaningful for the specific age group and has a clearly defined promise of the learning outcomes in every single lesson, every single unit. It is also designed to have a natural progression throughout the system through primary, early primary into later secondary school. Next one, please. Bricks. So everybody's familiar with Lego bricks, and they're there to build, they're there to play. And again, we have designed a progression from stackable system bricks, just a simple Lego bricks, which you see in the most probably familiar basic Lego products, up to the technique bricks. They help us to drive a bit more complex experiences, more complex builds for students at the higher level. Next one, please. Coding is a really interesting one because we do want to introduce coding as early as possible. And for the system, again, it is coming from primary up to secondary, and you will have a full progression of coding that just will help to the experience to evolve very naturally and gradually from the icon-based to the word-based coding up to the Python. It's also important to mention that all the coding experiences, experiments are happening in the same app. So it significantly reduces the implementation time, but also, again, drives that familiarity for yourselves, educators, and also students. And that's really nice gradual progression. Next slide, please. Thank you. The hardware is that piece which probably brings our builds to life. The solution includes sensors. It includes a number of motors as well. And it is what I wanted to highlight here is that these components are compatible across. So no matter what product is being used, the hardware will be compatible to it within the LEGO learning system. Next one, please. This piece is particularly important to me because, as I said, confidence is something we're really, really passionate about. Digital confidence, and we really want educators to feel empowered when they're using our solutions in their classroom to drive that learning outcomes for your students. Probably it's safe to say that the teacher is probably the most powerful influencer for the students, and we recognize that. And we understand that teacher success is as important as student success, and we would like to support that through the professional development platform, which we provide together with this solution. It is free, it is online-based, it is on-demand, self-guided, and again, it just targets your individual needs and your learning preferences. And entire LEGO learning system is supported by this professional development program provided by LEGO Education. More importantly to add here is having GTech as a partner also helps us to deliver a lot of benefit for the educators community, for the teachers community. If you're interested and would like to implement the system in your classroom, you will get fully trained beforehand. We will help you to understand how the system works, how it can address your curriculum, what are the resources available for you, how to access them, where to get training, where to get answers on your questions. And we will provide you a full training related to both the product and also the professional development aspects of it, should you need it. I think that's pretty much it from me for today. Oh no, I've missed. No, it's not. It's yes. So this is the way. This is how the solution looks at the moment. So we have 4 products. As you can see, they are classified. They're classed by primary and secondary, and also the 2 products at the top are the ones with the coding capability supported by the Spike app, and also the intelligent hardware. And the 2 products at the bottom, they are analog, so they do not have any technology in them, no batteries, pure plastic. However, all 4 of them are compatible with each other, and you have a specific lesson plans for all of the 4 products, including some open-ended projects, and there are additional lessons for a little bit more advanced solutions, which includes a compatibility of the technical tech products with the analog products at the bottom. Thank you. That was it. And yeah, do we have any questions or maybe observations?
So yeah, no, thank you, Lilia. That was really, really good. Really, it's great to kind of see it in action as well. You know, learn a bit more about the project. So anyone have any questions? Yeah, feel free to pop it in the chat, and we can read it out and hopefully get it answered to you as quickly as possible. I think from us as a company, we're really excited to work alongside this and offer this to our schools and to our customers. You know, such a world recognised brand, and we can see the value it can bring to the classroom, to teachers and to students alike.
Hi, Andy. Can I just make a point as well?
Yep.
Just for those that are on this call, first of all, thanks very much for giving up the time to be on it. GTEC with Lego have put together some proof of concepts. So without any commercial obligation on the school, if you'd like to see this in your school and understand better how it would fit in to what it is you're delivering, we can organise those for those that are interested. We have sets available. Our trainers are ex-teachers as well, so understand the environment and how to get the best out of this solution in the classroom, regardless of age group. So proof of concepts are available through your account managers if you have an interest in that.
So yeah, we've had a first couple of questions in terms of cost. I think that's a question for your account manager to deal with directly. Kind of have that direct discussion to sort of open that dialogue. In terms of the activities, what we'll do, Lily, is there a good point, a URL on your website that we could point people to in the chat for people to have a look at the different, very good, you're on it already. Give an example of one of the classes, one of the lessons that people can access. We've done it here at GTEC. We had a kind of a learning session of staff, and we thoroughly enjoyed getting stuck in and following the instructions and following the lesson, and to really kind of get our hands stuck in and sort of learning about how it works, and we all enjoyed it, that's for sure. Okay. Well, if anyone else has anything else, I'll say feel free to put it in the chat. Otherwise, so we can have follow-up conversations. We'll share the recording with you tomorrow, and follow-up email for you can watch again and share with your colleagues. You can obviously, we'll also put in a link where you can submit a request for your proof of concept kit, as Richard mentioned as well. So that will be coming to you kind of following this webinar. But yes, no, thank you all for your time. We hope we've learned something.
Andy, can I just add one thing, please?
Of course you can.
Is that okay? Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
It's Roger here, business development for the south of the UK. I'm just going to put, if you don't know me and Simon, or haven't spoken to myself and Simon before, I'm just going to put our contact details in the chat now. And if anybody would like to continue this conversation with myself, really from south of Birmingham, and my colleague Simon, north of Birmingham, we'll be delighted to speak to you. But either way, whoever you get through to, we'll make sure that, as my colleague Richard said, you'll be able to take advantage of some proof of concept and see whether Lego education can enhance your STEAM learning in your school as part of your curriculum. So I'll just drop my addresses in there, and if Simon, could you just drop yours in as well? Simon's also put a general team one as well in there, so that'd be great. Thanks ever so much.
Thanks again for everybody joining the call, and let's get some fun back in the classroom.
Thanks all. Bye.
Hopefully we'll see some of you again for next week's session on Google for Education.
Thanks everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.